I like the case.
You always know it's good when it's in a brown case, so, whether it be Gibson or Fender. So this is pretty cool.
Believe it or not, this leads to an awesome guitar store. Welcome back, folks. This is Shane. In today's video, we're off to Replay Guitars in Carlton, just outside of Melbourne, Australia. Now, Chris, the owner, has set up a really wonderful store, so if you're ever in the city, make sure you head over to Replay Guitars. This is where Replay Guitars are located. Check it out. Already, we're in for a treat. There's a lefty. This is a twin tone from Airline. It's basically very similar to a Supro electric guitar. And then we've got this Sound City Concord amp. So already we're into some of the vintage stuff. We've got a Höfner, which is a headstockless electric guitar. A good friend of mine, Dom, I think still got one of these. Very cool. Guyatone, made in Japan. So yeah, you're in for a treat. Check this out. You're not gonna find stuff like this in every store. So yeah, let's go in and check it out. Welcome to Replay Guitars. Not only do Replay Guitars have a whole bunch of electric and acoustic guitars, but one of the cool things that sort of separates them from a lot of the competition is I've seen some guitars and amplifiers here that we haven't come across in any other episode, so stay tuned. I'm about to give you a full rundown. The beauty of Replay Guitars is that it's mostly a consignment store. They do stock some new stuff as well, but you walk in one month to the next and there's going to be vastly different stuff on their walls. And great news, there's plenty of cool stuff for today's episode. Let's take a look at a few of the amps. They've got a whole lot of different stuff that's really unique and interesting, and one of the amps that was, maybe it was a sign that I was supposed to come here today. Have a look at this guy. We've got a Peavey Red Stripe Studio Pro 112. I've had two of these over the years. On the Peavey band, it's bigger and louder and it's got more watts. The Studio Pro 112s are a great little alternative to that if you're not looking for something that peels the paint off the walls quite as easily. So these are great amps. You've got two voicings on the clean channel, three different drive channels so you can use them without pedals, or they take pedals beautifully thanks to the whole T-Dynamics thing over here. These are solid state, but man, they sound great. Odds are if you've already subscribed, you know all about them. We've got ourselves a 1970s Guyatone amplifier, one I've never seen before, and it's the 560. Old school amps, got the mic input over here. I love these big old dials. Oh wow, they feel amazing. Here we have a 1997 Marshall JTM45 Bluesbreaker. It's a limited edition one, as you can see, from the signature and the plate on the front. We get the beautiful old school cream Teles, or maybe more white, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, there you go, look at this. If you ever get a chance to crank one of these up, do it. First guitar up is the Greco Super Sounds, which is made in 1977. And as you can see, it's very reminiscent of the classic S design from a brand you might know. But yeah, look at this thing, man. It's in mint condition from the 70s. Unbelievable. One of my favorite Japanese brands is Tokai, and this is a Goldstar sound. Again, it's like, you know, your typical kind of 50s style Strat, and again, two-tone sunburst. It's got the, I like the pickup color actually, it's kind of cool. Single ply pickguard, got a really nice neck profile on this one as well. Got another Greco with spacey sounds, which is the Teles style. Another one, Fernandez, beautiful. On this side of the wall, we've got some Nash electric guitars, which are really well made electrics. This one is like a Tally. It's been relicked. They use really great pickups in these electrics as well. So yeah, beautiful. And one of the benefits of many of them that I've picked up over the years is that they're very lightweight. And I picked this one up before, this Strat style one, and it was still much lighter than mine. So yeah, definitely still one of the big benefits of their electrics. I love the fretboard on that Tally. Beautiful. And we've got a really lovely looking green Strat over here. This is a bit of a different color too, I dig it. It's worth noting that while Replay Guitars is mostly a consignment store, all of these Nash guitars are brand new, as are these Jet guitars, which are really great value entry-level electrics. All right, check out this Ernie Ball Music Van. It's got the gold foil pickup style pickups. It's something you won't see every day. I love the sparkle on these guitars. Yeah, something a little bit different. Visually, obviously, it's quite striking. You'll also find some PRS at the top. Wow, check that out. An Elite. Wow, check this out, man. Far out. Plenty of basses as well if you're, you know, someone who's thumping the low end. This beautiful looking thing is a Burny ES335, or whatever the model number is for this particular one. I think it says RSA55 in there. So I thought this was a vintage Gibson. It looks exactly like it, except it's made in Japan. And there's the headstock for those wondering. Got the Burny headstock, obviously, and the beautiful red cherry finish. Chris, thanks for having us through.
No worries. Thanks for coming by and
No worries.
visiting the store.
Yeah, it's a great place to visit. It's my first time here, and I'm
Cool,
shaking my head, mate, because it's a great store. I love some of the unique stuff you've got here. By the way, Chris is the owner of the business. I didn't introduce him properly, but that's, you know, the professional kind of act that we are.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but thanks again for having us through. Tell us a little bit about your shop and what you do here.
Yeah, we've been here since 2023. Before that, we've been doing servicing and repairs since 2013. So we had a bit of a smaller workshop, and I wanted to expand. I've got a bit of a background in vintage and secondhand, so we wanted to kind of get a space that everyone can kind of come in and enjoy and try some cool stuff. So.
Yeah, it's great to see a shop in this part of town without the sticky carpets.
It's true.
And with not lots of natural light. It's
Yeah.
great. It's definitely worth coming down here. And I'll put all the information on screen. But
Awesome.
yeah, I was hoping to maybe pick your brain about a couple of the unique things you got here, because there's definitely some fun stuff. And you mentioned you might want to sort of showcase a couple of little bits and pieces.
Things, yeah.
All right, so this guitar over here definitely caught my eye. I've never seen a pickup set up like this on an electric.
It's pretty wild. So it's kind of almost like a G&L style thing. So they also did kind of a split pickup thing. So it's kind of like the coil size of a Strat or something like that, but split, so it's hum cancelling. So it's pretty cool. And this has got so this is Walsh, which is sort of a small builder in the US, with a Baggerly neck. So these necks are made in Europe, aluminium.
Yeah, it is aluminium. I was going to ask you about that, because you can see the block inlays in there, but they're sort of not inlays, you know, like they're
sort of like lasered out or something.
Ah, yeah.
They're just slightly recessed.
And is this a modern guitar, or is it?
That's within the last, 10 years.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it almost looks straight out of the sort of 60s era.
It's got pinstriping on the side, which is something you never see, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, it's beautiful, huh?
So this is a clearer. So it's kind of like a 60s German-made thing, which is pretty cool. Pretty wacky sort of, it's almost like a vinyl kind of coating. I only saw this for the first time yesterday, actually. So pretty cool.
Yeah.
We always get kind of wacky stuff like this come through, which is cool. So.
Yeah. And again, you won't find this stuff like anywhere else, right? I mean, it's like, how cool is that? I've never seen anything like it. Never heard of them, never seen anything like it.
And it's the kind of thing you play on stage and everyone's like, what is that?
Yeah. It almost looks like it's been tiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that kind of vibe.
Or it's like bottom of some swimming pool.
Yeah. Does that smell like chlorine?
Yeah.
No, it's all right. Cool.
So that's pretty cool. We got some, what else have we got that's weird and wonderful? This is pretty cool. This is a Tassie builder.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Parsons made this. We've had a few of his guitars through and they're all fantastic.
They're a bit like Jazz Master pickups or something else?
So those, they're kind of like I'm pretty sure they're hum cancelling Jazz Master pickups.
Yeah, wow. Oh, great.
So they're kind of like
That's
a
beautiful.
humbucker kind of thing.
It almost has a Nick Huber kind of vibe.
Totally.
Shape-wise and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like really cool.
That vibe.
Yeah, beautiful.
What else is cool? We've got some old Höfners. So this is like an
Oh,
old
yeah,
Höfner.
nice.
Like
The old
late
Beatles
60s
bass.
one. And it's a 60s one. So it's a bit closer to Paul's one. But these are pretty rare. You never see those very often.
Is that jazz bass old as well?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's actually it's like an 80s
wow.
American, but it looks like a really old one.
Yeah, it does.
I have something to show you later.
Okay, all right, great. Now, I'm not much of a whiz when it comes to acoustics, but it looks like you got some beautiful stuff over here.
Pretty old stuff.
Yeah, Gibbo.
Yeah, this is a 65 Gibson Hummingbird.
Cool.
So it's probably one of the best dreadnought Gibson acoustics I've ever played in my life.
Wow.
So it's amazing.
I love the look of them too. Like they're beautiful. I'll take it in a lefty. Let's do it.
There you go. I can always flip it if you want.
Yeah.
This is cool too. Super lightweight L1, Gibson L1. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's like a 20s or 30s kind of
Far out.
period. What else? Yeah.
Do you know what this guy is here? I couldn't see what it...
Yeah, so it's a luthier-built Japanese guitar, luthier-built Japanese archtop.
Yeah.
Joel knows more about it than me, but it's just one builder that makes these kind of things. Used to work for another Japanese company and started making these arch-top kind of jazz guitars, and I think mandolins and stuff as well.
Yeah, cool. It's kind of amazing how lucky we are with the Japanese stuff in Australia. Like,
totally.
Go overseas, there's just hardly any of it, or it's just particular stuff that's very like different in terms of their shape. And you can find Grecos, Burnys, Tokai guitars, and that like it's just
it's a whole like so much stuff, you know. For cheap. Like we have a rack of these are kind of all Japanese things. And
I saw this and I said it looks like a 70s Strat, and then I looked at it. It was a 70s Tokai. So look at that.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Oh, Greco, sorry, not Tokai. The other one's a Tokai. The next one, but yeah, the Grecos are just it looks brand new almost.
Yeah, we get a lot of this stuff through, which is really cool, and they set up really well, play really well, sound really good, and it's such a great way to get into a vintage instrument for not a lot of money. You know, if you these days to get a 70s, 60s Strat, the prices are crazy. So,
yeah, totally. Yeah, they're like unachievable for just about everybody.
Totally.
You also had a pretty rockin' Gibson amp here. Do you mind?
I haven't had a chance to play this yet, actually, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty huge thing. I think it's got it's got 2 speakers, but they're modern replacements. But and I'm always surprised by stuff that comes in. So like, wow, what is this? And you think you've seen everything, and then you see something crazy. So
you've actually got a guitar I've never seen anywhere, that lefty in the window. I'm a lefty for those wondering too. So can you tell us a little bit about that? Can we take a look at it? Is that all right? Yeah, cool. Woo, here it is.
There you
go. Yeah, wow.
So this is a Airline. So it's a kind of modern reissue of the old Supro dual tone. Yeah, twin tone. Sorry. I think maybe they're also called dual tones or the amp's called dual. Actually, the amp's called dual tone.
Yep.
And so it's kind of they're made in Korea. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, nice.
Most of them. Pretty cool. It looks like the old one, plays better than most of the old ones.
I like how they've laid out the volume and tone controls on tip, and that's
each pickup.
Yeah. It's great. Cool. Something a little bit different. Yeah, it's got a really old school vibe. I was kind of shocked that this is a
new thing.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, Airline and also Eastwood do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of gives you this. This is an actual old.
Oh, look at that!
That's kind of like that kind of thing too.
I didn't even see that. It's sort of like I didn't take it in. That's amazing. Yeah. 3 pickups.
So this is.
So you got 6 controls. I take it on the front. Is that?
It does. I think it's a volume and tone for each pickup.
Yep.
And this is probably a master volume or whatever. So.
Wow, that's super cool.
I actually haven't had a chance to play this yet. It just came in yesterday, so. The kind of fun thing about this is I'm pretty sure these are single coils.
Oh, yeah?
But they make them look like humbuckers.
You just take it to a really noisy venue and plug in and...
Don't you have humbuckers?
Yeah.
But you can sort of tell because they're not completely off-center.
Yeah.
And I've pulled apart a couple of these in the workshop, and I'm like, okay, single coils.
Yeah.
I think this is the same.
That's bizarre that they do that. I guess just might have been the rage at the time.
Yeah, trying to look expensive. And,
All right, Chris was nice enough to let me test out this lefty. I've never played one of these before, so we're going to try our best. We're going into the Vox AC15 over here on the top boost channel, so let's try it out. Kind of sounds a bit like a Les Paul in many ways, but it feels a little bit different. It's like the string spacing might be slightly different or something like that, and definitely with the 2 volumes and the 2 tone controls, it's set up, I think, a little bit easier almost. I really like this. So yeah, it's something you can get used to. Having the switch here is good as well. So more of a Strat 3-way switch over, having one built into the top of the body like you'd find on a lot of guitars. But yeah, beautiful stuff. All right, so here's the talent behind the camera, and some would argue in front of the camera.
Not with this hair.
What's the verdict on replay guitars?
Oh, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
So when I first came in, I was like, oh, it's clean. It's It's clean in a really good way. You can see everything. It feels fresh.
I got to say, for the amount of guitars they've got in here, we've obviously been to stores that have 1,000 guitars, but they've got some of the most interesting stuff in with what they've got. There's like no wasted space. It feels really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it's great. And the amps too.
Yeah, we'll have to get a few of those, take them home with us, I think.
Yeah, we've got heaps of space. We should definitely get more.
Thanks for your help with the series too, by the way. If you're enjoying this, drop a thumbs up. All that kind of stuff really helps. The goal is always to get it to 1,000. So maybe I can let Rhiannon can sweet talk you into it.
You can give this to Barb to look after if you like.
Oh, great. Thank you.
So I've got a few interesting things. This is our workshop, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice and clean.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Try to keep it pretty neat. Sometimes it gets a bit crazy when we're always pretty busy, but so first thing I think is cool to show you.
Yeah.
Is this guy.
All right, I'll run around. So hey, there you go. We're talking about
old jazz bass.
Yeah. Wow.
So this is 69 jazz bass, all original.
It's got the vintage smell. Yeah. Wow. How about that?
Yeah. So pretty cool.
Wow. So this is one of the most sought after sort of.
There you go.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bootsy Collins, who played in James Brown's band when he was playing in James Brown. With James Brown before he was in Parliament Funkadelic and all these other projects, had a 69 jazz bass that was like this, so, which is pretty cool. So it's got the block inlays of binding, the pickup covers.
Wow. And is all of this like consignment, or is this like did you source this one?
A lot of things are on consignment with us. Pretty much majority of things. This one is we own, and it's actually not for sale at the moment.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But might be soon. So
use the coupon code, and you can. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is stunning. Yeah, the vibe when you open the case.
You can smell it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the case is really great.
It's like that new Gibson smell. When you open the case, you go, it just smells a particular, it's like vanilla cake. This has more of a musty kind of thing going on.
I think they spray the cases.
There you go.
The
I didn't know that. So there's cheating.
Yeah. Cool. So that's a cool thing. So sometimes we have a few things that are kind of like
that's amazing.
Waiting to go out and stuff like that. And when you have special guests, you show them.
Well, when they show up, we'll. No, thanks. Yeah, this is great.
And this is pretty cool too.
I like the case.
You always know it's good when it's in a brown case, whether it be Gibson or Fender.
Yeah.
So there.
Wow. Oh, far out.
So this is an all original '63 Fender Jag, with matching headstock.
Again, it looks it's like in great condition, huh?
It's probably the best condition one of the best condition examples for sale in the world at the moment.
Yeah, well, what if you don't mind me asking? Is this going to be up for sale?
It is actually already up for sale.
Oh, okay. What does something like this set you back? An original in this condition?
25,000.
Wow. Okay, cool.
So, not too bad,
Yeah.
There's actually a Gibson Les Paul for sale. I saw on the news the other day.
Oh yeah, I heard about that actually.
For $1 million. Hey, you can buy this and have a lot of money left over.
Get my credit card out.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right, yet again, Rhiannon is back, helping behind the camera and in front of the camera to show us
her
favorite guitar.
Found it.
What'd you find?
So I want to see if you can guess what it is. It's in this general area, and clue, it's not the obvious one. Oh my God, you got it in one. I have never seen a Harmony before. I love the color. I love the shape. Yeah, I just dig it. It's groovy, but it also looks really fresh.
It's got gold foil pickups in there. It's beautiful. Very cool. Good choice.
Thank you.
2020. It's brand new too. 2024. Wow.
Right.
Far out. Yeah, I haven't seen one of these either.
Cool.
So there you have it. That wraps up another Guitar Search Saturdays. If you haven't already, please drop a thumbs up. All that stuff really helps. Again, if we can get this to 1,000 thumbs up, that would be unreal. It really does help the series and channel get found. I thought I was about to get run over. Massive thanks to Chris for allowing us to do this walkthrough. If you're in Melbourne, Australia, definitely just head north out of the city, up Nicholson Street to Replay Guitars. They're a great bunch of guys and gals working in there, so definitely give them a look. It was a whole lot of fun for us to check that out. Now, massive thanks to the subscribers, the Patreon crew, and the channel members for all your support. I appreciate it. There's also some Guitar Search Saturdays t-shirts available if you want to support the show even further, but just dropping a thumbs up and a comment helps more than you realize. So thank you again for all of your support. Rhiannon's texting. She's texting. This is what I'm dealing with over here. I'm pretty lucky. Aww. All right, guys, take care. Catch you soon.